Yo, 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 yo. I'm gonna turn it down again. Hopefully that is good enough. And my NBA awards. Now, Defensive Player of the Year was already announced. I didn't know it was gonna be announced this soon. I hope no other. I currently have TNT on right now because the Celtics and Nets game's about to start. I hope no other award is going to be announced during me recording this video. If right after I'm done recording, I can say that I recorded this before the award came out. I know it's not going to be MVP, probably not going to be Rookie of the Year either. But I'm going to start with my Defensive Player of the Years. Marcus Smart was my number 3. He really helped that Boston Celtics team become the best defensive team in the league, helped them come back from being 11th or 12th in the seedings, and being number 2 and being one of the best defensive teams in the league. And he's the first Defensive Player of the Year guard since Gary Payton and Michael Jordan. Very good. My number 2 was Jaren Jackson Jr. Memphis Grizzlies are always a grit and grind. They're always a really good defensive team. And I think Jaren Jackson Jr., he led the league in blocks. So I think that should be accounted for. I don't think Rudy Gobert should not have been there. Rudy Gobert is an elite defender in the regular season. The scheme during the regular season is much different than in the playoffs. It's his defensive scheme and his defensive I don't want to say ability, but his responsibility for being on the defense is to protect the rim, not to sit at the perimeter. Now, if I was the Utah Jazz, I would adjust that. Obviously you want him to be rim protecting, but he has to also defend the Marcus Morrises of the world, the Cam Johnsons, and in this case, Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber. They can both shoot the three, so you have to kind of get on them a little bit more. That's why I think Jaren Jackson Jr. This year's was a better defender. Marcus Smart, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Mikal Bridges were all better. I just gave up my damn number 1 Defensive Player of the Year. But Jaren Jackson Jr. can switch onto some guards, and he can defend in the perimeter, and he can rim protect. He's going to get yammed on, but that's fine because it's going to happen if you're a rim protector. I don't know if actually Shaq's been dunked on because he's not a rim protector. He'll just shove you. He'll just throw you to the ground. But yeah, my number 1 is Mikal Bridges. Phoenix Suns have been an even better team this year, and it's because of Devin Booker's scoring ability, Chris Paul's playmaking, DeAndre Ayton's still progressing, Cam Johnson, who's on this list somewhere, and Mikal Bridges' defense and his three-point shooting. That's why Mikal Bridges is right here, because they've been a really good defensive team too. I'm gonna go to Sixth Man of the Year. No, I'm gonna go Coach of the Year. My number 3 was Eric Spoelstra. I don't know why I moved over there. Give me a second. I'm gonna remove that so I can just put my notes right here. But yeah. My Coach of the Year, number 3, like I said, Eric Spoelstra, number 1 seed in the East, played really good throughout the stretch of the year to get back from being a lower seed to being number 1 seed. Great work. My number 2 is Monty Williams. I know he was pretty much. I think Tom Thibodeau won Coach of the Year last year. Monty Williams. They were number 2 seed. They made it to the finals. Blah blah blah. They got better. Obviously, they picked up players, but Monty Williams' coaching, really, his adjustments, his scheme, everything was really good this year. Did they get better players? Yes. Did their players get better? Yes. But it's coaching too. You have to have good coaching in the league to be good. You have to have chemistry, you have to have talent, and you have to have coaching. And my number 1 is Taylor Jenkins. I was one of the people that said the Memphis Grizzlies might not even make the playoffs because they traded Jonas Valanciunas. They traded Grayson Allen, who's a good NBA player. I don't have to like him to say that he's a good NBA player. But them being the number 2 seed with losing Jonas Valanciunas, with losing all the guys that they traded, I'm surprised that they made it. And the main reason is because of John Morant. And John Morant's not on any of these. You guys might be surprised. He's not on my most improved. I'm sorry I couldn't put him there. But now I'm going to go to the Sixth Man of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year was a cakewalk. Cam Johnson was my number 3. Kevin Love was my number 2. Both played great off the bench. Whenever they started, they played great. When they got the opportunity, they played great. Cam Johnson had a really good game over the year. Had a game winner, blah, blah, blah. Kevin Love played great. I think one game he had about 30 points in like 14, 15 minutes. So that's insane. That's really good. And then obviously number 1, Derrick Rose. He didn't play at all this year, but he's sixth man of the. I'm kidding. Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's my. I was gonna say most improved. Sixth man of the year, averaged about 20, led the Miami Heat in scoring off the bench. Was their go-to scorer during the regular season. I think their go-to scorer right now is going to be Jimmy Butler, especially because last night when he dropped 45. Tyler Hero went from really not being able to play in the clutch last year to being a player that's going to be playing in the clutch. I'm gonna go most improved. Now, most improved might surprise you guys. John Morant's not on this list, like I said. I had Jordan Poole at number 3. Jordan Poole is made for the playoffs. The other night when they played the Denver Nuggets, he had a crazy step-back 3 over Boogie Cousins, and he was just going off. He's their best player right now. He is their best player. He's been playing great. Steph Curry is their best player. But Jordan Poole has been absolutely amazing. Went from a guy that barely played last year to a guy that's getting starter minutes. A guy that has started most of the year since Klay Thompson was out and then Steph Curry was out. And he started the first 2 games of the playoffs because Steph Curry was just coming back from injury. I don't think he's going to start next game. I think Steph Curry will start unless they want to make Steph Curry the greatest sixth man of all time. Sorry, Manu. Sorry, Jamal Crawford. Sorry, Lou Williams. Number 2 is DeJounte Murray. Went from a player that was always an elite defender. And then everyone's like, can his offense go up? And if his offense skyrockets, can he keep the defense? He showed that he can play great defense, elite defense, and score the ball. He showed that he was for that he was an all-star. They made the play-in. He didn't play particularly well, but he was sick. He got sick. He really didn't play a lot the rest of the year, and then he was thrown into the play-in game after he was sick. It was a non-COVID illness, but he was sick and. Sorry. And he really struggled. And my next one is Darius Garland. Do I even have to say anything about Darius Garland being most improved? I don't think so. Yes, I do. I got to talk about Darius Garland. Darius Garland went from a player that he averaged about, I want to say 12, 13, 14, 15 points a game, 6 assists. And now he's averaging about 20 points and about 7, 8 assists. And he had the Cavs in the playoffs until injuries screwed them. Colin Sexton, Ricky Rubio in the beginning of the year. They traded Rubio for Karis LeVert. Thought that was going to be enough. Jared Allen goes down. Evan Mobley gets hurt a little bit. Darius Garland even gets injured. And then they just keep dropping. Went to the 8th seed, lost to the Nets, and then lost to the eventual play-in winner to make the 8th seed in the Atlanta Hawks. Didn't play particularly well in the play-in games. But it's his first time being in that playoff atmosphere. In Brooklyn especially, and then in Cleveland. It happens. Cavs will be back. I think they're going to be a consistent playoff team from now on, now that they got that talent. Now I'm going to go to Rookie of the Year. My Rookie of the Year, going to surprise some people. Evan Mobley was my number 3. Had a great year, and then towards the end kind of slowed off a little bit. Same with Scotty Barnes. They started off really good. And then just kind of slacked off. Really just didn't do. They played great, but not to the level that they were at the beginning of the year. And then my number 1, Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham started off very slow because he was injured. People were like, "Oh, he's a bust." Blah 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 blah. Where are they at now? Where are those people at now that said Cade Cunningham was going to be a bust? He is the Rookie of the Year. Went from not being in there to just slowly going up, and now he's Rookie of the Year. For me, at least, he's the Rookie of the Year. Now, the biggest award of them all. At number 3, I have Giannis Antetokounmpo. I didn't spell his name right. I'm not going to show you guys how I spelled it. I didn't look it up. I tried spelling it on my own, and it did not work out very good. But Giannis Antetokounmpo played amazing the rest of the regular season. Played great during the year. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton couldn't really stay healthy. Brook Lopez didn't play. Didn't look like Giannis was playing at an MVP level because he was playing center, but he was playing the best he could when he was playing big man minutes. They had DeMarcus Cousins. I wish they kept him because we could possibly get a ring this year. But Giannis is my 3rd in MVP. Joel Embiid is my number 2. Been dominant all year. All year with the Ben Simmons situation going on. And then he got Harden. And then his stats went up. But the losses kept piling up a little bit. The defense, the shooting really struggled. Backup big man minutes really struggled. And then my number 1, Nikola Jokic. Playing better than last year. Has less than he did last year. All I got to say, man. All I got to say. Now we're going to get on to the All-NBA teams. My first team, All-NBA teams. I got Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Giannis, Tatum, and Joker. Obviously, Jason Tatum's not going to be in the MVP conversation. Obviously, he's in first team. I'm not putting Joel Embiid there. I'm not putting Joel Embiid at the 4 position. He barely, if any, played the 4 position. Jokic, if any, played the 4 position barely. I'm not doing that. That's dumb. That's stupid. If you guys are going to do that, make it positionless. Make it positionless, because at that point, it makes no sense. So I got D-Book, I got Doncic, I got Giannis, I got Tatum, and I got Jokic. That's my first team All-NBA. Devin Booker, best team in the league. One of the best scorers in the league right now. Boom. Perfect. Luka, they struggled. They made that trade, and Luka's been going off. Giannis, MVP, Jason Tatum they went from being a not in the playoffs to a contender. And then Jokic, MVP. My number 2, I got Ja Morant, Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Durant, and Joel frickin' Embiid. Don't know why I did that. But yeah, Ja Morant played great, got injured. They played 25 games without him. Still needed to be top 2 on either second or first team. Steph Curry played amazing, played at MVP level at the beginning of the year, then started to struggle. DeMar DeRozan played really good against bad teams and struggled against good teams. Kevin Durant played good all year when he did play. He was injured for about 2 months. I missed watching him play, and the game's about to start. So I got to wrap this thing up real quick. But Joel Embiid, MVP caliber player, just when you have 2 centers in the MVP, one has to be first team, one has to be second team. That's all I got to say. And then for the third team, I didn't have another guard because I couldn't really figure out who my next guard was going to be. But I got Chris Paul, LeBron, Jimmy Butler, and Karl Anthony Towns. Absolutely wanted to have Bam Adebayo here. Just did not play better than Karl Anthony Towns, Embiid, or Jokic. But yeah, those are my teams. Chris Paul on the best team in the league. LeBron James played great basketball. Jimmy Butler on the best team in the Eastern Conference. And Karl Anthony Towns brought Timberwolves that weren't even sniffing the play-in last year to being a playoff team, while being a play-in team that won the first game. I'm going to kind of skip through these a little bit. And I dropped it. Damn. Man, I got to turn the page after I dropped it already. First team all defense. Obviously, all 3 of the Defensive Player of the Year players are here. Got Marcus Smart, Drew Holiday, Mikal Bridges, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Bam Adebayo. I got Bam Adebayo there. I thought if it wasn't for Jaren Jackson Jr. being the elite defender that he is, I think Bam Adebayo would have been up there. And second team all defense, I had Matisse Thybulle, Giannis, Draymond Green, Joel Embiid, and I forgot DeJounte Murray. Damn, why does this keep falling? Obviously, all elite defenders. Draymond Green, if he didn't get injured, he would have been Defensive Player of the Year. First team all rookie, Kate Cunningham, Jalen Green, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Franz Wagner. Second team, Josh Giddey, Ayo, Herbert Jones, Alperen Şengün, and Davion Mitchell. That is my awards. Game is going on right now. So, and it's 3-0 Boston Celtics, or 3-0 Brooklyn. And I will see you guys later. Peace.